Atlantic's Basalt column kits are as attractive as they are easy to install. Hexagonal stone columns are naturally colorful and unaffected by weather. Saw cut at the base so they'll stand straight. Columns are snapped on top to enhance texture, color, and water movement, then core drilled top to bottom. At the top, there's a 2-inch diameter pocket 5 inches deep for optional Atlantic warm white and color-changing fountain lights to create a liquid torch effect in the evening. The boring continues to the bottom of the column at a generous 1 3/8" diameter to accommodate plumbing and light cords. There are 3 kits available, all easy to install. The single kit supports a 24-inch Basalt column on a 24-inch FB 2400 fountain basin. The small triple kit puts the 18-inch, 24-inch, and 30-inch Basalts on the 35-inch FB 3500 fountain basin. The large triple Basalt column kit combines the 24-inch, 30-inch, and 36-inch columns on the 47-inch square FB 4700. All come with custom plumbing kits and install in no time. We'll be showing you how to install the small triple Basalt column kit in this video. The first step is to decide on a location. It should be near enough to an existing GFI-equipped electrical outlet for the pump cord to reach. Kits should never be used with an extension cord. Avoid placing features in very low areas that might flood to avoid extra maintenance. Set the basin on the ground with the pump chamber nearest the electrical outlet. Mark around the basin about 8 inches out from the sides. This will leave room for adjustment and proper backfilling. Dig down about 12 inches and distribute the soil evenly around the hole, leaving the 13-inch basin above original ground level and using the fill to raise the soil level further will keep runoff from fouling the reservoir and avoid the need to dispose of extra fill. Firmly tamp the bottom of the excavation and check for level. If you want to use 1.5 inch conduit for pump or light cords, install it now so it aligns with the conduit chase in the perimeter of the basin. An optional automatic fill valve, AF1000, is highly recommended to keep the basin constantly filled, so there's no chance of the pump running dry. Drill a 7/8" hole using the indicated drill point, remove the nut on the autofill and push the autofill through the hole from the inside of the pump chamber out. Install and tighten the nut on the threads, orienting the autofill with the opening in the hood downwards. 3 fittings are included for use with 1/2-inch funny pipe, 1/2-inch PVC pipe, or a garden hose. Select the fitting you wish to use and attach to the threads of the autofill using Teflon tape or silicone to avoid any leakage. Next, attach the pump. From the included FB Kit 3 plumbing kit, take the 3-way diverter and push it into the hole in the pocket outside the pump chamber. Thread the male end of the union into the diverter and thread the discharge elbow into the top of the pump. Put the pump in the basin, then glue the discharge elbow to the 1.5 inch slip bushing of the union. Place the handles on the valves and open them in preparation for adjustment. Set the assembled basin in the hole and check for level in all directions. If using an autofill as recommended, follow the included instructions to connect the autofill before backfilling to either the nearest sprinkler line, a dedicated water supply, or a garden hose. Add enough water to keep the basin from shifting while backfilling. If you're using conduit, align the pipe in the molded pocket now and cap it with the rubber stopper to keep dirt out. Backfill evenly all around, 6 inches at a time, stepping the fill in firmly, taking care not to shift the basin. Leave the excess soil low around the rim while you complete the installation to keep it from falling into the basin. Set the basalts on the basin, more or less where they'll be going, aligning the hole in the bottom with one of the roto-molded plumbing channels in the top of the basin. There's no need to be precise. You will be able to adjust them after they're connected, even with the feature running. If you'll be installing Atlantic's optional fountain light in the pocket on top of the Basalt column, now's the time. Drop the end of the light cord down into the column, using the tubing to push it through if necessary. Then carefully set the column on its side. Make a ribbon with a stick of the included putty and mold it to the bottom of the fountain light where the tubing attaches. Push the tubing from the bottom of the column out the top, then onto the barbed fitting of the light. Don't let the putty extend outside the diameter of the light or it won't fit. Pull the cord and tubing gently back down through the column, taking care not to pull the tubing off the barbs. Using the other end of the tubing, snug the light down to seal it into the bottom of the pocket. If you are not installing the optional fountain light, push the tubing into the bottom of the column until it comes out the top. Take a stick of the included putty and wrap it around the end of the tubing as shown. Pull the tubing back into the column, taking care not to pull the putty off. Using the other end of the tubing, snug the putty down to seal the bottom of the pocket. Stand the column up, guiding the tubing and light cord if so equipped into one of the channels back to the pre-installed valve. Cut the tubing and push it onto the valve. Repeat for the other two columns. If using the lights, connect the cords to the splitter, then to the transformer, and plug in to verify all lights are working. With the basalts and optional lights installed and the basin filled, plug in the pump and adjust the columns as needed with plastic shims. Starting with the tallest column, adjust the flow with the valve, then move to the middle column, then to the shortest. Readjust as needed until the flow is balanced. Remove the valve handles and cover the basin and plumbing with the gravel of your choice to complete the installation. And that's everything you ever wanted to know about installing the Atlantic small triple basalt column kit, but we're afraid to ask. Don't forget to like, share, and follow us on social media. Check out our website for more in-depth information on this and all our products. See you in the next video.